Hey everybody, welcome back here. We're doing a video on the new Xbox UI, and I do have to say, I really don't like it. The way I had it set up on kind of before the UI change was that it was really actually I really liked it. I mean, the only problem was is that they have these animated wallpapers, but you barely saw them because everything was blown up. But now it's all just full of really kind of ads, and I'm not really I'm like neutral on that stuff. I'm like, I don't give a shit, but it's now more intrusive. So right off the rip here, you have your first bar here. These are your recent activities, I guess, your recent things you've opened up. On the top here, you have your my games and apps, the store, Game Pass, search, and settings. I find that's okay, I guess. But then right off, it just, why is the store also here, but also here, but also here? And it just, too much store. Originally I had it was I had like a media group and then games group, and then I had a store group too to see hey, if there's anything interesting, and then Game Pass and Xbox Gold. But now it's just hey, here's the store, here's an ad, here's Game Pass. These are games recently added to Game Pass. Now here is my media group. I don't know how to change this. I don't know how to move this up and down. I don't know how, and I would like to have games right below this or somewhere in between here, but it's not. I added this Diablo just so I could launch Diablo, but not knowing that this carousel right here was also kind of recent games. But this also moves depending on I recently installed Halo. It's also here, but I haven't really played it. So I feel like if you're installing a bunch of updates or games, the games you actually recently played will start moving to your right. But I still have to say, it's still better than the PlayStation. I'm going to say it. I hate the PlayStation UI. It needs to be said. That thing is a god-awful waste of space. Though a lot of space is being used here, a lot of it's kind of useless. So let's see here. I can remove this. Yeah, remove this from home. Okay, remove Diablo from home. Can I remove this too? No. So it's singling. Hey, I could add it. Look at the game card, add a group, or add it to the home. And when you add it to home, it is just like that Diablo of hey, it's the game, and then a bunch of data right here. Friends and community. I do not like this. Can't remove this. Coming to Game Pass. Do not like this. When I had the tab with the Game Pass, the group, it was just hey, it would already show games coming, leaving, and all that stuff. Now we have three big things of Game Pass. I'm a simp for Game Pass. I got the ultimate, whatever. I got it for a year. But the first thing you see when you launch you scroll down is recently added Game Pass games. You can't change that. Scrolling down, coming to Game Pass. You could preload this stuff. Still, most popular on Game Pass, here's Bethesda games on Game Pass, top entertainment apps, day one releases on Game Pass, optimized for Xbox Series X and S, watch it and listen, leaving Game Pass, Ubisoft, top paid, deals with gold, staff picks. Most of this stuff, I've already had this on the previous UI through being able to condense it into groups of deals with gold, or the Microsoft Store or Game Pass was all super condensed. Now it's not here. And so what is the fucking point of groups now? So to actually look at your games now, because that used to be right here, right below the kind of the main default, it used to be right here, but now that's browse store. So where you want to go, you can go to here, but also it's also still here. This still hasn't changed. This is where you have your media and quick resume. I hate quick resume. It's so bad. It's so bad. It works, but the problem is so many goddamn games require an online connection. I really hate it for Diablo 4. I fucking hated it. I loved it in Diablo 3. It was awesome because it didn't require an online connection. That's why I liked the console version, is I could play hardcore for that like little extra like, oh shit, I gotta watch out here and not worry about anything. But then like I'm dying even today. I played this yesterday, dying to lag still on just why? So that your kind of groupings that you had on the front page are now here. So like here's my list of games. I thought this would bring it all the way up. So now the easiest way to get to your games is really just hitting like, you know, creating a group, hitting the emblem, and then going to my games and apps, and then of course this will you have your groups here and all that. But it just I feel like this is like a step, like 3 steps to the left and not forward or back. Like it is really cool that I can see Mommy Lilith right here in full animation, but it just so much information is now being overwhelmed to the consumer, where it used to be condensed. Like I used to like God, this is so bad. Like I don't want this. I don't want any of this stuff. Like maybe some people want this, but like if they have a lot of friends and all that stuff, I'm just like a loner on here, and why am I seeing a screenshot from a Xbox friend from 4 years ago, and then Call of Duty, like why is this here? Why is this here? And I can't remove this or anyway. Maybe I can like later on, but I've seen some like, hey, this is actually really cool because you can, it's a lot cleaner, and then you start scrolling down and then you just get overwhelmed. I am a fan of Game Pass. I think it's still a relatively good deal, even if it's increased in price. Like I feel like Ultimate is a really good deal because I use it all. Like I use it all. I use the PC, the Xbox Game Pass, and then like the extra features too, because I play the League of Legends. Yeah, I'm that freak. But it just, why? Does this? I'm also very curious. Does this shit show up when you do not have Game Pass? Because if you do not have Game Pass and you're constantly, because then literally that changes the game of everything here is an ad. Everything here becomes an ad for Game Pass, and it's just like, this is disgusting. Like ad. Actually, I kind of like this ad right now because I liked the Meg 1, that first one, and then realizing, hey, the Meg 2 is out. I'm like, I might have to watch that. So we got an ad for Game Pass, Game Pass ad, Game Pass ad, Game Pass ad. Okay, my own stuff. A 100% useless thing. Ad for Game Pass, ad for Game Pass, ad for Game Pass. I don't know why this is here. I really don't. I wish I could remove this. Can I remove this? No, I can't. Apps with a free trial. So this is now the store. Game Pass ad. This is really weird too. Oh wow, they added the ballerinas to War Thunder. But yeah, I like, maybe these are games that are in your library, I guess. Replicant? Yeah, because I got this on gold. It just, I don't know why this is, oh god, this is so bad. It's just so bad. And it's just like, I don't know. It's just like how do they change this? They need to change it so you can customize it. And they kind of remove that. So let's see, manage group. Can I, like, so these are my groups, but like, okay, let's launch Overwatch and see what happens when it goes into the quick resume. Because that's another thing they're trying to push is quick resume. So we'll just do this. My games and apps. Okay, it's in the quick resume, and then let's launch something that also will be pretty fast. Let's launch Vampire Survivors. But yeah, I'm because I have like a couple other Xboxes. Like, okay, I have one Xbox on the hey, this is gonna be like, hey, insider preview and all that stuff, and see all the cool shit and all that, and then it's like when I saw this the first time, I was like, oh, this looks like shit. I really hope they make it so you can edit it, because that was my biggest problem. And then they didn't. Do they have anything here for quick resume? No. because that was another thing. Like, I was like on the edge of quick resume of like, hey, I had a group that I had at the bottom of quick resume. So what I would have there would be like Diablo 3 or like Forza Horizon 7, like great games, or even Forza, like great games that have on your quick resume because it worked. It worked really well and all that stuff. And it was like, holy shit, this is actually really cool being able to like jump instantly into like a game from another game. And then like, okay, I'm gonna watch something on my Plex or YouTube or Twitch, and then like, okay, eating something. I was like, okay, I want to go back on like her Forza, and it launches instantly. Okay, I'm not having fun in this race. Let me just chill out with some Vampire Survivors. Just launch into that instantly, and it just like that's just gone now. That's just gone. I don't like I really don't see the positive to this. I really don't, because it removes a lot of customization. That is why I liked kind of this Xbox One UI thing of like, hey, you could customize it. Like, you could customize it up and down. Like, you could put whatever wallpaper you want here. You can change what games you see and all that stuff, what settings you see. So like, hey, I play these games on a rotation regularly, let's put them at the front here. And now that's gone. And it really saddens me. And of course, I still believe this is still better than the PlayStation UI, because there's a lot of information. Well, it used to be a lot of things you could do with it. Like I do like a two-dimensional UI instead of a one-dimensional UI, because that's what the PlayStation UI is. It's one-dimensional. Like, you can only go left and right. You can't go up and down. You're going only up and down when you select something. And then it's still, when you select something, you're only going up and down. You're not going left and right. That's one dimension still. Oh my God. I'm getting too old for this shit. Getting too old. Anyways, I need to watch the Meg. Let's see what this does. Oh, only in theaters. Okay, let's buy a ticket here. Oh shit, okay. Get your phones out. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this was a fun video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.